Rivengard is a turn-based tactical game where you have to outsmart your enemies, bring your strongest heroes and overpower the opposition. You can work on your heroes, make them stronger. You can play different game modes. You can come up with the best squad you could ever think of, and this game is so much fun. Now, if you ever thought about playing this game, there might be a couple of questions on your mind when you're starting it, and those questions will be answered in the video today. What's up guys, this is Ollie. I'm a top 10 player in Rivengard. I finished in the top 10 in the Legend League more often than not, at least every other season. In this video I try to put together all the advice that I wished I had when I started playing Rivengard, because as much fun as this game is, it's a lot when you first open up the app and you have no idea what to do with all of those multiple options that the game is throwing at you. Let's fire up the app and go over the various screens that you can see and break it all down for you so you can make sense of this game and become a successful player in no time whatsoever. So this is your home screen, the first thing that you will see when you log into the game. There you can do a couple of things like change your avatar. If you click on the avatar image at the top, and then you can just click again to select any of the hero icons that you basically unlocked already. That's one thing. The other thing you can do here, you can go in there and then change your nickname, because like 50% of the players for whatever reason have never bothered to change their name and they're still called player 12345 or something like that. You want to change your name to something meaningful, like cool name like Soul Warrior for example. You can also find information about your power level at the moment. Your power score basically tells you like where you are in terms of the power ranking in Rivengard. 24 at the time of this recording is the highest power level that you can get. You need to have a power score of more than 1 million to end up in the 24 club. The main thing on the screen that you want to check is your quests, and you should really make this a habit. Every morning you should log in and look over your quests. And every evening you should log in again and check over your quests again, because it happened a million times to me that in my daily tasks, maybe not a million, but often enough, in my daily tasks I had to raid 3 levels, but I was only playing the entire day and completely forgot about this. So just by doing this every single day, checking them in the morning, checking them in the evening, and then making sure that you're going through all of these quests, you are making sure you're not missing out on goodies. The other thing you can do here is re-roll a quest once a day. You can only do this once per day, but more often than not it actually pays out. What you want to be looking for your quest is the number of quest XP it gives you. Every quest that gives you less than 30 quest XP is a bad quest. The exception to that are festival quests. You cannot reroll those, you have to actually do them while a festival is underway, and I would recommend rushing through them because it helps you unlock the unit that is currently up for grabs in the festival. But other than that, if you have like a quest where you have to like defeat 20 units with rogues or something like that, just reroll the quest. Why do you want to get quest XP? Well, those are the determining factor for your quest level. You can see I'm currently at level 49 and it takes forever to level up. This doesn't always go up. There are sometimes quest levels that only take 400 or 500 points or something like that, but every once in a while there's one that takes forever. Like 2500 quest XP is like no small feat. Even when you're a veteran and you know how to run through all these quests. I basically did all my quests today, and per day you get like 100 quest XP on a good day, and on a bad day you get a lot less. So you can see sometimes you only once per month or twice per month you move up in a quest level, which means it takes forever until you get some more summoning tokens. Now, speaking of summoning tokens, those take us to the next screen, and that is the shop, the very first screen. Now this is one of the most confusing screens when you first fire up the game, because there's so much stuff up for grabs, and if you're a new player you might ask yourself, well, what should I invest in? There's so much stuff that I can purchase. So rule number 1 for a new player is never, absolutely never do single summons. You always want to go for a 10 times summon, because if you're summoning 10 things at the same time, you have a higher chance of getting an epic or even a legendary item. And Well, the best units in the game happen to be legendaries. Before we move on, I have to clarify something. There's different approaches to playing this game. There are players who love to spend money left and right. This is not a guide for those people who have infinite money. This is more a guide for someone who wants to spend like either no money whatsoever, or they want to spend like a bit of money. So they're basically what is commonly called a dolphin. So they want to pay a little bit of money. They are fine with like 20 euros a month, something like that, but they don't want to spend like 100 or 500 euros a week or something like that, which is the amount that some of the whales are spending in this game. So assuming that this is the case, you're fine with like 20 bucks per month or less, I would not recommend purchasing mostly anything in this store. The Reef of Wrath, for example, costs 1,000 gold, but I can just farm it. I can just go to the level. I have like a couple of attempts and eventually I will get it. The same is true for shards. Shards are like some of the most overpriced items in my personal opinion, and I would never buy shards in the store because you can just farm shards, and 10 shards basically is 3 times rating an elite level if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it takes 5 times, but on average you get like 9 of these shards per day for free. It just costs you some energy, and energy replenishes without you having to pay anything. So I would never buy shards or laurels unless you're completely desperate. You're like 5 laurels away from getting that unit to epic, and you want to fight the dragon and bring your strongest unit, and you want to ascend it before you go into the guild raid fight or whatever. If you have some weird ideas like that, that is like the one exception to the rule, or of course you're made of money. The next item we can see in the store are the chests. Now the chests I have never ever purchased, not a single one of them, and I've never felt like getting one of them. You do get the ascension materials that are in these chests, like the essences or emblems, by just playing the game. There's sometimes quests that give you these emblems. There's also game modes that give you these emblems. These XP books, they have gotten a lot better. There was a time when they would give you only very little XP, but they cost gold. I would not recommend getting those either. I wouldn't pay gold or gems to get those. Epic to legendary upgrade is really not relevant whatsoever, I'm sorry. And then we also have a legendary item. Well, that is worth something, but it's not worth 3,300 gems. That is a lot of dough. I would not advise to buy any of the chests, I'm sorry. Now gems. Gems are pretty good. You can see here I actually used most of these values. Don't tell my wife, because you get like the double number of gems the first time you purchase any of these. One day I'm going to be crazy enough to go for 99.99 euros to get 14,500 gems, but so far I have been strong and haven't touched that. Which takes us to the last item on the regular store, and that is gold. I would never, absolutely never, basically trade gems for gold. As a veteran player, once you have unlocked the entire campaign, you can farm more than 150,000 gold on a Saturday, which is the double gold day. All it costs you is 4 energy refreshes. You do 2 of those on the Friday evening before the change of server day and when the gold bonus kicks in, so that's 160 gems, and then you do 2 more on the Saturday itself, so that in total that is 320 gems, and for those 320 gems you get more if you're doing it right than 150,000 gold. So put that in perspective. Here we can pay 1,300 gems. It's like more than 3 times the amount that I just told you guys, and you get 3 times less gold. So this is not worth it whatsoever. You should never spend gems for gold. So Ollie, should I buy anything in this store, you may ask? And yes, there are some things that are absolutely worth it. So the first thing, the best deal in the entire game is the gem subscription. This shows up when you first fire up the game, and then after it has run out, after the 30 days are over, you can basically refresh the gem subscription. It's something between 5 euros, 2 euros, sometimes if you have like super special offer, sometimes it's up to 10 euros, but it's never really 10 euros, and you get 60 gems per day. This is the best deal in the game. If you feel like spending this amount of money per month and you're feeling comfortable with it, I can totally give you 2 thumbs up for that. The second best deal in the game is the festival package at the start of a festival. You get that, and then every single day you get some raid tickets and some extra energy that helps you go through all of these levels, which in turn you need to get the festival quests done, and that's really something that is absolutely worth it. I purchase at every single festival, even if I'm not 100% convinced that the unit is worth it. The last item that I would recommend is the Ascension Chest. Now, Ascension Chest is a special offer that shows up only once per month. Every single day you get a different Ascension Chest. It depends on the color of the heroes. So basically the first day, you can see that here, it should be light. The second day it's green, then it's red, dark or violet, and then blue. Those Ascension chests are absolutely worth it, generally speaking. However, this is not something that you should purchase when you just started the game. This is fine after like 2 or 3 months into the game. You have a couple of units, you started to build your roster, and then you want to make them better. Then the Ascension chests are worth it. I would not say that you just started the game and you immediately go for the chests unless you're made of money. Is there anything else that I would recommend spending gems on? Yes, there is. The stamina refresher you can purchase once per day for just 50 gems is very cheap in my personal opinion and absolutely worth it. The second one for 110 is basically like the difference maker between the players that want to spend a little bit and the players that want to spend a little bit more, and that's also worth it more often than not. Everything after that, like 250 gems for a stamina refresh, is not something I would feel comfortable with recommending to you, so I would not go for that. So that was our deep dive for the store. Let's move on, and now we are looking over the battle tab. In the battle tab you can see a variety of game modes. Eventually there's also going to be dual showing up for you if it doesn't show up at the time you're watching this video. Now, what game mode should I play? The answer is everything. All of the game modes are so much fun in their own way and they are all worth it. At the very beginning you have to fight through the campaign, and I know this is gonna feel super hard. Like half of these levels for you at the very beginning, like Penda's level for example, I took forever to finish this level, and then I just beat it with like 1 star, and then eventually with 2 stars, and then eventually with 3 stars. Like now this is just being considered an easy battle for me. So the game basically tells you how hard it should be depending on the power level of your 5 strongest units. Now campaign is absolutely worth playing through because that is the best way to get your hands on summoning tokens. At the very beginning you get summoning tokens left and right and everywhere, and you will feel like, oh my god, these never run dry, and you might feel like just immediately running to the store, and every time you got a summoning token you want to do a single summon. I told you before, you had to pay attention. You have to go for the 10 times summon. Never go for single summons. You will regret this later, because once you are at my level, once you are a veteran of this game, there are no more summoning tokens. I know this sounds like I'm making this up, but no. Once you're done with the entire campaign, there is no more way to get any more summoning tokens. It's over, bro. There's no more summoning tokens for you. And the only way you can get some is finishing in the top 3 or top 5 or something in guild raid, which is a bit of an elusive thing for most players, even for someone like me who is like among the top players in this game. Or if you do extremely well in the arena, and I've never managed to finish in first place, and I'm living and breathing this game. So don't overestimate the amount of summoning tokens you get. Yes, at the beginning there's a lot, but eventually you're gonna run extremely dry and you won't get any more, or only very slowly. Every game mode is rewarding in its own way. I personally love the arena. I know some players really don't like the arena for whatever reason. The hero arena is where you can get your hands on orbs and other essential materials. Once you move up the ladder, it is relatively easy to climb the ladder and eventually end up in the Legend League. This is my off season, so I'm only in 50th place. Next season I'm gonna be contending for top 10 again. So you basically want to move up as fast as possible from beginner league to challenger league to warrior league. If you're asking yourself, should I first work on my units and then start playing arena? The answer is no. You want to play arena from the very beginning. As soon as you can, you want to play arena. Don't waste any time and feel like, oh, first I have to be the absolute master and have to get all my units to the highest levels. No, don't do that. Straight up head into the arena. You're gonna make mistakes at the very beginning. That is fine. You can climb the ladder. Personally, I was climbing the ladder every single season until I made it to the Grand Champion League. Then it took like 2 or maybe even 3 seasons to move up to Legend League. And then it was very close the first time I was in Legend League. I got kind of lucky. I was like 240th or something, and you have to stay in the top 251. And there's a lot of players who don't manage that. They go back to Grand Champion League, and then the next season they go back up to Legend League. Don't worry about that. It's absolutely worth it. You want to climb the ladder as fast as possible. The next game mode is Guild Raids, and in Guild Raids you also want to participate from the very beginning. Now the guild search is kinda buggy. This is something that Snowprint has tried forever to improve, and supposedly it's a lot better now. You can see that eventually you're going to fight the legendary dragons. This is what we're fighting at the moment because we are in a top 10 guild. At the very beginning you're gonna fight common and uncommon dragons, and they're gonna be very hard when you're new to this game. And then you're eventually gonna make it to the rare dragons, and you feel like, Jesus Christ, I just whooped the butt of the uncommon dragon. Why is the rare dragon so much stronger? And eventually you're gonna almost, not quite, but almost feel like you can one-shot a rare dragon. In our case it takes like 4 attacks, 5 attacks, I'm not entirely sure right now, to take out one rare dragon. I can tell you guys that on the very first day of the season, all of the top 10, top 15 guilds, they're gonna run through all of the common, uncommon, and rare dragons. That is 9 dragons that we are killing on the first day. Quite crazy. Then we got Treasure Beach, the most rewarding game mode of them all. Treasure Beach you should always play. There's a video on this channel where I'm telling you how to maximize your golden Treasure Beach by using Yasmin, a looter, which is one of the most exciting traits that a unit can have, because it means there's a lot more coin coming in for you, my friend, which you need to upgrade your units. Onslaught will be your favorite game mode when you first start this game, because it is the only game mode where you can reliably get your hands on Ascension material. So this is the stuff that you need to improve your heroes. There's an Ascension guide on this channel as well, where I'm breaking this all down. You can see that I've played a lot of Onslaught, and I would recommend you do the same. Onslaught is absolutely worth it. It's gonna get frustrating somewhere towards the end of this, where you have to put a lot of work into your units. I just finished Hallowhaven, which was easy enough for a veteran player with ridiculously highly leveled units. If you're not there yet, don't worry, you're gonna get there in time. There's also some Onslaught breakdowns on this channel which you can watch, where I'm running you through those encounters. You want to learn how long it takes to play in all of these game modes, because you basically never want to max out. You always want to have something to do in this game. So you can have up to 100 energy, which is what you need to play campaign. Energy refreshes 1 energy every 5 minutes. That means that you need roughly a little bit more than 8 hours to get your 100 energy. So don't sleep in on a weekend, because you're gonna max out on 100 energy. Actually do sleep in on a weekend, don't worry about it. You can play Treasure Beach up to 2 times a day, because it takes 12 hours to refresh a ticket. The same is true for Guild Raid. It's a little bit different for Onslaught. In Onslaught it actually takes a full day to get another ticket. You can see that here I played one earlier, so now it takes 21 hours for me to get another ticket in Onslaught. And then the last game mode, which is the most confusing in terms of how long it takes to play this again, is of course the Hero Arena. You can get 1 ticket in the Hero Arena every 1 hour 15 minutes, which means that you can do 15 fights, and then you have to wait 19 hours, roughly 19 hours, and you can do 15 fights again. So logging in just once per day is not quite enough, but if you log in the morning, log in the evening, and always do 10 fights or something, you're gonna be fine. And now I got a lot more to say what to do if you're a newer player in Rivengard, but I'm realizing this video is already getting way too long and someone has to edit this down. So I'm instead gonna record a second video where I'm gonna break down how to get better with your heroes, how to improve them. Yes, there is an Ascension and promotion guide on this channel already, but we're gonna talk about some of the core fundamentals, not the highest stuff. And we're also gonna talk about combat, how to inflict damage, what damage types there are, and all of that good stuff. So look forward to that. I hope this video was helpful and answered a couple of questions for you. If there's still something that you feel like I absolutely need to know this, or you didn't cover this, let me know. Leave a comment below the video. I'm gonna answer it and make sure that you can also become a veteran player and move up the ladder in the arena, and then we see each other in the Legend League. Lastly, one more piece of advice. You absolutely have to join the official Discord. This is where the magic happens. There's all of the good players in that Discord, and if you're new to the game, you don't know what heroes to work on, check out the Discord. There's pinned tier lists from some of the veterans in this game, and there's a lot more advice where people are running you through how to play guild raid, how to play in the arena, and more stuff like that. So absolutely register in the official Discord, you will not regret this. And then I see you guys either in the arena, which I mentioned earlier, or the Discord, which I mentioned now. See you guys very, very soon.